Hello, gentle viewers. This is Guardian, welcoming you back to... I almost said Out of the Park Baseball. This is very clearly not Out of the Park Baseball. Sorry, guys. This is Monster Train 2, the sequel to the original Monster Train. This is published by... So it's developed by Shiny Shoe, published by Big Fan Games. It's a sequel to one of my favorite deck builders of all time. Looks like my audio levels are a little bit high. Let me drop that a little bit. Okay, that should be better. I'm not getting into the red quite so frequently. Anyways, yes, Monster Train 2 is what we're looking at. In case you haven't played Monster Train before, it is a deck builder in which you are trying to... in Monster Train, you're trying to go through the circles of hell. You're trying to defeat the angels that have invaded. However, in Monster Train 2, the devils and the angels have united to fight the titans, who have taken over heaven. So instead of going through hell, you're trying to go through heaven with Monster Train 2. The mechanics are similar, but not the same, and it's a lot of fun. So we're going to be playing Monster Train 2 here momentarily. A quick programming note. I'm going to do 1 or 2 runs of Monster Train 2 this week. Next week, I'm going to play Knights and Tight Spaces. And then we're going to get into the new OTP series on Monday. Because I think both games are to be shown off. And if people are like, wow, this game is awesome, we want to see more of it on your channel, fantastic, I'll be happy to play it some more. But I think they're both great games, and I would like to show them off before I get back into full-time OOTP. So without any further ado, let's talk about what you're looking at. This is kind of the hub area. This is new for the game. In original Monster Train, you literally just did runs over and over again. You can customize your train if you want. I haven't unlocked anything new yet. I haven't played a ton of this game yet. You can... This lets you look at all the different factions and books that you've collected. It shows all the cards you've unlocked, all the different enemies you spotted, and my personal records, which is pretty cool. And then there's Depart, which actually starts a run. Now, one of the things that they've added to Monster Hunter 2 is they added a bit of a story. When you complete a run, there's like a little bubble that you can click on for you to get a little story. I don't want to spoil it for you. To be honest, it's fine. You'd hear about all these interesting backstories that the characters have that you just didn't get from the first game, but regardless, we're going to start a run. We could do a daily challenge. We're just going to do a basic run. So the game starts with... the game has 5 total covens. I've only unlocked 3 of them. And I've actually pretty consistently been playing with the Banished as my first person. We could try out... We also play with the No Covenant. That's a thing you can legally do. I might try that in the future if I can't win. I've gotten close a couple times, but anyways. So, just a quick recap in case you haven't played Monster Train in a while or ever. You always have 2 clans that determine the starting composition of your deck. In this case, we have the Pyreborn is our secondary clan, which is why we get the fire starters. The Banished is our primary clan. The Pyreborn is our allied clan. I did unlock the 3rd clan, which is the Luna Coven. I don't want to play as them yet. I want to try to win the game at least once before I change anything up. So that's kind of what I'm going for here. As you play through the game, you get to unlock more pyres that can give you special abilities, which is pretty neat. I think it's a nice addition to the game. Covenant, if you played any kind of deck builder, it's the Ascension mode. I'm a little surprised that you start on level 1 if you haven't beaten level 0. Maybe for demonstration purposes, I will play on level 0. But the thing is, if you get through the Covenant rank, you get more stuff, but this adds random cards to your starting deck. Sometimes those cards are really good, sometimes they're really bad. Let's try the base level. No Covenant, let's just see if we can actually beat it for once. Okay, I don't have any kind of special Pyre Heart. That's fine. Okay, so now we're in Limbo. So in the original game, you're going from limbo through hell. Now we're going from limbo through heaven. So the first things we have to decide on, we have to upgrade our champion, and we get our artifact. Let's get our artifact first. So one of the new things of Monster Hunter 2 is you get a deployment phase. You get an initial phase where you can actually plot your first characters, which is really cool. It gives you a way to set up your board. So having a +3 there is pretty nice. It means I can basically play anything in my hand. I can get all my creatures out on the first turn. That's pretty good. The other option is this one, where I get to draw 10 cards on my first actual turn. Also, nice Discworld reference here. The Lost Luggage is a common trope in the first couple of Discworld novels with Rincewind, so love the Easter egg here. So of these two, I like the idea of getting the Artificial Firestone first. I like the idea of getting more stuff onto the train, so it can be better prepared. So we're gonna pick that one. Now I'm gonna set up my champion. My champion is Fel. I have two choices here. So first, I can pick the Savior ability. With the Savior ability, I get every 3 turns, I get to strengthen my character. Well, this one I get to strengthen everyone, including itself. I almost always take this version of Fel. So we're gonna do that. I've now done the unlock stuff, now I have my first fight. So, every fight you get a chance to turn something on in order to get a reward. This is more money, which lets you use for upgrades, removing cards, etc., etc. I don't really think I want to mess with this. I think I just want to start the battle, and we'll see how it goes. So, my train has 3 levels here. At the top level is the Heart Cage. If this ever hits 0 HP, I lose the run. It just ends. I'm going to put Fel on the first floor. And we're going to put out our 2 Shield Stewards. If you're a fan of the original Monster Train, you might remember that they're just Train Stewards. Now there's 2 categories of Train Stewards. We're going to hit end of turn. Also, there's an undo button now. I don't think that was in the original game. Maybe just never clicked it. Okay, so it's a one-on-one fight here. I'm not going to do very well here, which is why we bring in the Spear Steward. And we use one of our new abilities here. This is called Pyrogel. Pyrogel makes everything else do more damage, which is actually pretty handy. Let's light him up. And let's activate Valor to make Fel hit a little bit harder. We didn't kill him. I didn't think we would. But we at least weakened him quite a bit. Now if I play that, and I do that, killing that guy got us some money. The little dude there. This is gonna heal him, which is rude. So we're gonna set you on fire. And if you don't like it, you shouldn't have been a jerk. So every time this gets hit, all of my units get Valor. So that's kind of the synergy here. I want to keep getting attacked so that I can help everyone else be more powerful. You're just going to kill the Fallen Champion, which is pretty nice thanks to the Pyrogel. And this one up here is just feeling a little bit lonely. Nobody wants to play with him. Okay, so brief respite. Every fight has a boss. On the boss turn, the boss just keeps attacking until you kill it or it kills everything on the floor. So we're going to play the last Spear Steward here. That's enough to kill you. And we're just going to do a casual bit of pumping up. So Valor not only gives you +1 to your attack, it also gives you armor. As long as you're in the front. So there's a lot of movement within floors and between floors. Okay, here we go. So we already know we're going to win this. I'm just a vindictive asshole, so I'm gonna do that. And we did it. We won our first fight. This axe tells us we know that he'll die, and he'll just keep attacking until either we kill him or he kills everyone on the floor. We can add a little bit of Firestarter if we want, make him a little bit toasty. and we can buff ourselves. It doesn't really matter though, because he's dead either way. Dead. We've defeated our first floor. Well done, us. We have 50 bucks, so we get 2 cards. It's a deck builder. You want to add new cards to your deck. So what do we have here? We have the Upbeat Warbler. I haven't played with the Warblers very much. They're adorable, though. They're little bird things that are playing musical instruments. I'm into that. So quick means you hit before the enemy does. Normally, you kind of hit each other at the same time. This is a pretty decent card. Let's talk about the others we have, though. Selfless Sacrifice. You advance, so which take something from one part of the floor to the front, and give it damage shield 2, but it takes no damage. But it's also a consume card, which means once you play it, it's out of your deck for that battle. Then there's Apply Valor 10 for 3 energy. That's kind of an expensive card. That's kind of something I'm not really that interested in early in the game. So the team one of these two. My deck is very small. If I click on this, we can look at our deck. We have our champion, we have 5 fire starters, 5 just causes, and then our stewards. There we go. I'm torn, but I think we take the Upbeat Warbler. I like the idea of giving people quick. That can make, like, spear stewards especially powerful. So we're gonna go ahead and take you. I love the Pyro Ball. So back when I started playing Magic the Gathering many years ago, easily 20 plus years ago, my friend had a green deck. He loved his green deck. He loved his big creatures. I've always liked red. I've always liked direct damage and deck builders. My favorite deck was a blue and white deck. This is getting totally off topic, but if any of my friends are watching this video, they might remember the horrors I inflicted with my blue and white deck where I just countered everything. Yes, I'm one of those asshole blue players. I'm sorry. It's been too long since I played Magic. Anyways, Pyro Ball is really good. It deals 15 damage, and if it kills something, it damages everything else. Really strong card. We're going to take that every day. Alright, now we have a choice. We can go to the right, and this gets us a banished unit, and we can upgrade our spells. Or go to the left, and we can get a Pyroborn unit and upgrade our units. We only have 5 units right now. One is the Warbler we just added, plus our stewards, plus our champion, I think this makes 6. I really think we need more units, and I think our units need to be more powerful. So I think we're going to come to the left here. We're going to go ahead and get a Pyroborn unit first here and see what we've got here. Okay. Magma Mauler is great. Every time it hits, it applies more Pyrojo, which is just really strong. The Gold Tooth has more damage, and every time it hits, you get money. These are both great cards. I wish I could take both of them, but I can't. I'm going to take the Magma Mauler. I love the idea of being able to stack Pyrojo on anything we want. That's really good. So we're going to take him. Now we're going to upgrade. This is also where you remove cards, by the way. I'm not at that point yet. Okay, so what are my choices here? We can add strength, we can add health, we can make a creature bigger. Which means it takes up more room on a floor, but it also is more powerful. Or we can add the Seed Stone. I'm going to pick the String Stone. And I'm going to upgrade our shiny new Magma Mauler. Let me make one of the Spear Stewards quick. I like that quite a bit. This means it can kill something that might actually be able to kill it. And then that's it. We're out of money. That's not true. We could also... Let's throw a Heartstone on a Shield Steward. Let's make him a little bit stronger. Now, if you've played Standard Monster Train, you might be thinking to yourself, why aren't you trying to get your Stewards as quickly as possible? Because we're early on in the game, I think we're completely fine to be a little bit more aggressive. So this is our goal. We're trying to defeat Seraphied Tyrannus Chosen of Dominion. So that's where we're trying to get. We still got a ways to go. We're on Heaven's Gate. Let us battle with our new shiny deck. -1 draw every turn fucking sucks. I feel like, compared to Monster Train 1, the trials are harder. I feel like there's a lot more punishment. And the rewards don't scale as well. I hope it's something that the developers continue to play around with. This is really tricky. Oh, this tells us some more about the boss and the individual enemies we're going to be fighting here. I fucking despise lurking miscreants. I would like them all to have died forever. Alright, let's start the battle. Okay. So we want the Magma Mauler on the same floor as Fel, because then we get a nice little synergy there. Pyrogel Insurance, classic. If you're playing the game right, very few things will ever get to the top floor, so we're going to put the stronger unit on the second floor, and then we're going to drop you off there. So there we go. A nice opening setup here, and let's see what we got here. So, you're going to put a card on the top of my deck if I don't kill you. You die now. Now, notice we have 4 pips filled. The only thing we could literally put over here is we could literally put the Warbler here. Because it's the only thing I have in my deck that's only a 1. Let's put the Quick Spear Steward here. Let's put a regular... and then let's play Just Cause and strengthen ourselves a bit here. Won't be able to kill the Fallen Champion here. That's okay. They'll finish him up on the second floor. So if you kill this thing, you get money. That's all the collector does. It's a little goblin. Look at his little bag of loot. Definitely murdering you. Definitely playing Just Cause. So now this one will die, which is great. I'm gonna try sprinkling a little bit of Pyrogel on him. I don't think it'll matter that much, because I still won't be able to get to one in the back. You always kill the ones in the front first. But that's okay. Also, you can adjust the speed if you want to. I put this game enough already that I don't need to see every animation. So, now I want to talk a little bit about the Upbeat Warbler here. If we played the Upbeat Warbler here, I'm not going to be able to take advantage of the revenge ability. I actually want Fel to get hit, but on the other hand, Fel's already taken quite a bit of a beating. I think it's probably okay, especially because we're going to be fighting the boss here soon. Oh, look at his little saxophone playing, and now both of my characters here are quick. Notice it doesn't make itself quick. It's because it's other units, so that's something to keep in mind. And we're just going to Valor you up a bit. Mostly for the armor, to be honest with you. It's mostly about the armor. And then you're going to kill him, and it'll be great. And turn. Okay, and we just win. Which is great. Because this results after combat, I still want him dead. We can play the last little Sphere Steward. He can hang out with his pal. They can have a good time together. And then we just kill you. Dead. That's the value of stacking Pyrogel, by the way. That's why I really like the Magma guy. Alright, what do we have here? This lets you move people up. We've already seen Soul Sacrifice. I love the Penitence Buds. So equipment is a new thing added to this game from the original Monster Train. You apply it to a unit. This you can put on an enemy unit. This is fantastic for the big bosses, because they move all the time. Really good card. I take it 100 times out of 100. I do love the Jelly Sneeze, where every 2 turns you can have it spray Pyrogel on people, which is pretty funny. Lava Flow is not bad. It's a shame that it's a consume. Other than that, it's a good card. Dragon's Horde is something that gets you rewards as you play through the game. You can, like, if we click on this button here, it'll tell you. I think I can see it. Maybe I have to be out of this screen. It is 5 damage, it is direct damage. That can be critical to kill like a healer before it can heal somebody else. Even though I love this guy, he's adorable. Look at the fiery snot hanging out of his nose. We're gonna go for a golden pouch. So let's look at the loot levels here. So as you get more and more of these dragon eggs, you can trade them in for rewards, which is really, really cool. Well, I haven't unlocked the higher level, but you get money. Everything stacks. I think no, everything doesn't stack. I'm lying to you. Artifacts are always really, really good. I cannot stress enough how good artifacts are. So, I don't have anything to loot. Okay. So here are our choices here. We could buy equipment in rooms. And the problem is our pirates at full health. Coming to that doesn't make a ton of sense to me. We get a unit, we get to improve our spells, and we always get to do the Celestial Alco. These are fun little events that can really transform a run. Speaking of Magic the Gathering, one of the events is authored by Richard Garfield. It even says it on the event, which I thought was really neat. We're going to go to the right. And we're going to do the event first, because events are always fun. Yep, there it is right there. See, event designed by Richard Garfield. Okay, so this is how these boxes work here. You pack it into a box, and when you play the box, everything comes out for free. Oh no, sorry, it goes into your hand. That's less exciting. This isn't bad, actually. What this does is it lets you create an item for it lets you play a unit for free, which is kind of neat. I'm gonna take the big mystery box, because who doesn't love a mystery box, right? And we depart. So yeah, pretty cool. A nice little tribute there. We're gonna take a unit first. Sword Maiden. I get a plate equipment card from my deck. I'm listening here. Whenever you attach equipment to an ally, you get Valor. I'm gonna be real with you. Neither of these cards are terribly great. Shift is fine. It gives a Valor whenever it moves around. It does hit decently hard. I'd rather have the Sword Maiden if I had to pick. So I think I will. Okay. So we can make a spell cheaper, which I quite like. We can make a spell have Consume. We can remove Consume. You can combine these two, by the way. It's a pretty nice little synergy there. I'm going to make Fireball cheaper. And then I'm going to remove a card from my deck. I'm going to remove a Fire Starter. They just very quickly get outclassed by other cards that are better in your deck. Away you go. I don't have any money left, so we're going to leave. I could use this. You know what? Let's make one of these fire starters a nuke. That's pretty good. We'll do that. Alright. Let's go to Archeon the Scion of Savagery. This is our first, like, big boss. What is his deal? Oh, he's just really strong. And then Siphon. So whenever an enemy unit dies on his floor, he gets +2 rage, which means he hits harder. Good to know. Also, Jordan Chin is an absolute fucking legend. His soundtrack is what makes these games so good. I regularly listen to this soundtrack and the original Monster Trains all the time. It's really good. Alright, so we're going to play Fell out first, and we're going to put the Magma Mauler on her floor. Also, Fell was one of the bosses in the original Monster Train, which is kind of a fun little callback. I don't want to play the Sword Maiden, because I only have one equipment card in my deck and I want to apply it to the boss. So we're going to put Shield Steward and Shield Steward. Enter. Alright, so here's the boss. Now, here's what matters the most about the big bosses here. He's going to change floors constantly. Every turn's going to go to a new floor. You know what would suck for him? Have a blood suit. You're going to take 30 damage every time you change floors now. It's pretty good. Flicker, this is free. 1 damage to every unit. We'll take it. I never explained this explicitly, but top left is the Ember cost. You have a certain amount of Embers, so you can play 2 more cards this turn. Upbeat Warbler wouldn't be a terrible choice here. I come a little bit into it. I'd rather kill you and give you some Valor. And you're going to put a little Pyrogel on the Fallen Champion. So now, because he changes floors all the time, now we will notice that he can, we can attack him frequently, which is pretty cool. Spike of the Banished. You just get, oh, if we spend all of, it's an X cost, so we spend all of our Ember, you get some Valor. Valor. Sorry. I'm gonna use Golden Touch on the Savage Spearman here. And then we're gonna Fireball his bitch ass. No, we're not. Instead, we're going to play our Spear Steward. That way we can do a little bit of damage to him before he dies. That's pretty nice. And then we're gonna end our turn. Now notice, because we killed a unit on his floor, he gets grumpy about that. He's not a happy camper that happened to his people. Which is understandable, really. Like, I don't blame him at all. So this is interesting. This gives them the ability to shift. Oh, I see. So you just basically get 1 Valor every turn. That's not nothing. Let me throw some stacks of Pyrogel on you. And let me pump up the... Let me pump up my champion. Dead. Now, what does it say? Deal 5 damage to enemy units, and I can spend money to do it again. I'll just play it once. There we go. Let me do Firestarter on you. Let's get some more damage stacked on you. Let me play the Upbeat Warbler here. And that'll end this turn. You got saxophoned, bitch. Alright. Wealthy Whelp is a moneymaker, so this means we get money for every egg we have. We only have 1 egg. I mean, it's better than nothing. It's better than leaving him alone. But I don't really know that it's that great. Let me go and play the Sword Maiden up here. And then, let's try this. So I think this means I can shift him between floors whenever I want, maybe? It's unclear to me. Let's pump you up with Just Cause, and then let's end the turn. So you die. Alright, now the problem is I'm very squishy here. But I will still kill him in the process, which is kind of fun. The Death Metal Hymnist. That's pretty sweet. I like that a lot. The art in this game is fantastic. I don't know who does the art, but they're doing a great job. Let's use our Mega Firestarter on him. Let's put even more Pyrogel on you, and let's Fireball you. So now, Fel will survive the combat, which is kind of fun. We did it. We've killed our first major boss. We get some nice rewards. We get 150 gold. And we get rare cards. Okay. I love Pyroclasm. Pyroclasm has such ability of attuned, which means if you do a thing gives it much power, it increases it. You can make this like the nuke to end all nukes. I love it. And I I'm gonna take it. You may be saying to yourself, wait a minute, Abby, have you lost your mind? You only have 3 Ember. Ah, that's where things change. I do like the Demonic Fledgling. The Demonic Fledgling is a nice little creature. I like the Guildmonger. If he dies, you get Dragon's Horde. These are all decent cards. None of them are bad. I like the Demonic Fledgling slightly more than the other two because I love the idea of him just constantly getting Valor. Give him Multi-Strike later on, and it just stacks really beautifully. But then again, Valor is only at its best if you're in the front, and he's very squishy. So, let's get a Guildmonger. I've never tried one of these before, so that'll be interesting. So, you get to upgrade your Pyre. You can either draw an extra card, you can expand each floor so you can put more stuff on it, or we get Ember, and I almost always want Ember, because then I can play more cards, right? I could loot the Dragon's Horde and get 10 gold. That's a pretty shitty reward. We're just going to save it. What do we have over here? So we have an event, we have 100 gold, and we can buy artifacts. We can get a Pyreborn unit, we can heal the Pyre, and we can upgrade our units. We're going to go to the left. Interesting. No, I don't like the Unchained. I don't have enough abilities to let me decide when people get to move. We're going to take the Vanguardian. Plus, it's very close to my name, Guardian. We're going to upgrade you there. We're going to take the free money. We're hopefully we'll get a good artifact, but let's go to Celestial Alcove. We don't know who designed this one. There's no special tag in the bottom left. The Last Divinity, the DLC to the original game. Okay. We can either heal the Pyre and permanently increase our health, or we can make our Pyre 1 health and make it really, and make every unit more powerful. We're going to take a Stable Shroud. I'm too much of a coward. Especially when I don't have a way to heal the Pyre right now. That's very dangerous. Okay, here. 3 different kinds of cards. We get to draw a card and gain an Ember. What is the Boom ability? Oh, it can kill itself. Interesting. On a deployment phase, draw an equipment card from your deck and it costs nothing. I'm going to take the Solo Pyre Sparks. That sounds kind of fun. And then I'm going to remove another Fire Starter from my deck. Get out of here. And then we leave. The Penitent Prayer Stone is a pain in the ass. Again, this isn't worth it to me. At least I don't think it's worth it. Maybe I'm making a mistake. Maybe if you're more experienced at the game than I am, you can think, Abby, you're a fucking moron. That's an easy decision. I rarely do these, because I just don't think they're worth it. I think it could definitely do a little bit of balancing, in my opinion. Alright. Foul. Magma Mauler. We're gonna go ahead and put you up front. We're gonna put Sword Maiden behind you. I'm not playing this. That's fucking stupid. And then we're gonna put the Shield Steward up there. I don't have room for the last guy, so he's gonna have to wait. So, when these die, they apply Corruption, which is rude as heck. I mean, I could just gain 30 gold off the top. That's pretty decent. I don't hate that. Now, Corruption means it takes damage. That's 9 damage. That's pretty brutal. I'm only going to kill one of you. And then I'm going to play Just Cause to make you a little bit stronger. And then we can play the Spear Steward on the top floor. Damn, I still got it dumped on me. That's mean. Dragon's Breath. 10 damage and then Pyro Gel for 3 energy is pretty good. This just flat out kills both of them. I think we do that. And we don't worry about it. I love this little reminder. There's abilities I can trigger. Mainly, I can make both of those explode. I'm not going to do it, but I could. You're very dead. The Shield of Wing, whenever it takes damage, it deals damage. That's pretty good. Let's do it. Okay. I will pump you up with Just Cause, give you some armor. Armor will absorb some of the damage that you take. Yeah, Corruption is just mean. I strongly dislike it. Tome with Lost Path. Oh yes, Flight. You can basically go to any floor you want. For someone like the Sword Maiden, who... Oh no, she doesn't have the equipment for that yet. Okay, I mean I could just use Dragon's Wrath. I want you to get pumped up a bit more. And then that ends this particular turn. Oh, we could do Pyrogel and that would kill you, I think. There you go, done. Let's play the Upbeat Warbler. Why not? And then let's strengthen you up with some additional armor. There you go. This Corruption fucking sucks. I strongly dislike it. The Pyroclasm might help. Maybe that's what I do here. Oh, I can retreat the front melee unit. That doesn't help. I mean, I guess it does apply melee weakness, which might be enough to kill it. Because it'll take, Yeah, I think we just... Okay, I want to do Golden Touch. I want that Dragon Sword. We'll play Greed. And then, because no, I'm not going to be able to kill it no matter what I do, I'm going to slap on the Blood Suit. And you can have a good time. He's gonna make it past the first floor. It's that fucking Corruption. Nothing I can do about it. Mind Cage. Nothing special there. I'm gonna do some damage to you. I'm gonna apply some Pyrogel. And then, yeah. We're not doing very much damage. He's very powerful. But she could get to apply sap, which makes my units weaker. But at least I get with the Dragon's Staff. So that happened. Okay, we definitely play Pyroclasm. These do 50 damage, right? You die. You die. Nice. We didn't get as much score. I don't really care about score that much, to be honest with you. The more important thing is he didn't damage a Pyre. I was kind of concerned about that. Liquid Courage is decent. Benediction is arguably better, but it's more expensive. And then Be Gone, I don't really care about. I kind of think of getting Benediction, actually. I think this could really save us in the right situation, so I think we take it. Another Pyroclasm, you say? Now, Fetting the Flame would be really nice if we got it earlier in the game, but I think right now it's still fine. We can pump it up, and then it becomes much more dangerous, so that's nice. I want to hit max loot level if I can, before I turn in my Dragon Sword. Alright. So you can remove 2 cards, we get an artifact, and we can buy artifacts. We can get a unit. I have a weakness for artifacts in this game. I love artifacts. I almost always go for them, and today will be no different. Let's remove the 2 lame-ass fire starters. There we go. Now, because of our mystery box, we're adding a card every hand, so we won't ever get to see our entire deck most of the time. But that's okay. I still think we're in good shape. Now we can also start thinking about removing our train stewards. Okay. The first room card played in each child's flood all floors. I don't have any room cards, so that doesn't make any sense. So whenever you play your third card in a turn, you get a free draw. That we take every time. That's quite strong. I haven't even made opportunities to upgrade spells. Getting an extra upgrade spell, that's kind of fun. At the end of the entire battle, permanent +6 to health. What? Give it to me. Now. I do like Avarice. I do like that a little bit, but... No, that's just good. That's good shit. Boosts to your units are almost always worth pursuing. What is your deal? Oh, that's my boss here. Oh, they said the reanimate bullshit. That's another new ability in this game that I'm not terribly fond of. You gotta basically kill him 8 times. Thankfully, he only has 1 health, but still. Okay, you're gonna move quickly if we don't kill you. Okay. I don't think it's worth it. I can't do the trial. I don't feel confident enough that we can make it work. Alright. Play the Magma Mauler. I want the Guildmonger to die, so I will put you in front. Put a Sword Main on your floor. And of course I drew a Penitent's Bloodsuit, which is the only equipment I have. I will never play that on you. I like you too much. And then let's put you up there to do some kerploding. Probably I get rid of the Shield Steward next. I just don't have the room on my floors. I'd rather have other characters. I'd rather have other units, excuse me. Okay, so what is your deal? So you're gonna reduce damage, you're gonna reduce damage, and... Oh, you're the one giving them Titan Skin. Let's start with this. Oh, I should have played Pyroclasm. That was a misplay. We're gonna go for... Yeah, so notice this won't kill him, because he basically has 7 health. Which is really mean. So instead of wasting my Golden Touch... Well, I guess I could weaken you. And then we're gonna play a Just Cause. Notice I got to draw a card. That was kind of fun. That was kind of fun. Alright. So Benediction is pretty decent. I can get behind that. I could also use Pyroclasm now, and I think maybe I do. Then again, I want you to die, right? Let me... I mean, I guess I could just play Pyroclasm and wipe the floor. That's not nothing, right? Like, that's not a bad thing if that happened. Let me play Flicker first. Let's do that. Because it's free, right? Like, there's no downside to it. And then let's go Kablamo. Nice. Alright. This is beautiful timing. Oh no, where'd all your Titan Skin go? It died, that's where it went. I'm gonna play Challenge on this guy. That way I get to kill him and make money. If you don't like it, then don't be a bitch. We'll play the Upbeat Warbler. And then we'll play Just Cause on my frontline unit. Oh, I wasn't paying attention to that. Oh no. I just got an achievement. Oh, I unlocked another Pyre Heart. Nice. So what happened was, because they didn't kill him on this floor, he got a chance to damage the Pyre. Nothing serious, but it is a mistake that I had made. So I know that for next time. Let me go ahead and play Fanning the Flame. I did no damage. I just... yeah. We've got to kill you as quickly as possible. This Pyroclasm again. Man, I am just fucking up. There will come a day when I'll remember the shit that's actually on my fucking deck, but apparently today is not that day. Let me play Flicker, that at least does some damage. You and your stupid Titan skin. What a bitch. Also, unlike other effects, this is permanent. Like, it doesn't go anywhere. So, that's very rude. Alright. So I've learned my lesson finally. The question is... Yeah, I think we just killed you. Oh my god, I didn't learn my lesson. I fucked up again. I am... Wow. I keep writing this as 4 energy, 4 ember. I was stupid. If I lose this run, it's because I've just made the exact same mistake like 1,000 times. Okay, hang on. Does Pyro Ball save us? Not really. It doesn't hurt, but it doesn't do enough. What if I Kerplode you both? No, you still survive. Damn. I am just... Wow. Okay. So the Pyro kills you. Alright, we need to do something to weaken you. That helps. Okay. So that's what happens there. Okay. Well, fuck you, pal. Alright, we're gonna play melee weakness. I'm going to play Just Cause to strengthen you a bit. And you're fine. I guess play Just Cause one more time. In case you're curious why I'm only doing 80 damage to him, I'm doing more than that, but because of his stupid reanimate ability, I can't totally kill him. I weaken him, but I can't, like, flat out kill him on the spot. Oh no, he's actually just really strong. Interesting. Okay. Well, this might be the end for us. It is highly possible. We're gonna throw on the Blood Suit. And I guess we could play Benediction. I guess that's not a terrible idea. But it's not gonna make very much of a difference. We can do it anyway. Yeah, the problem is he hits really hard. And none of my units have a ton of health. Okay, I can do 200 damage to him. We're gonna do Flicker first, then I'm gonna do Pyroclasm. And then Kerpow, Kerpow. I didn't kill him. But that's fine. We just have to get the Pyre to wear out his remaining reanimate sex. This actually might be the end of the run. If I'm doing the math, he gets you 17 damage 7 times, we're done. I badly misplayed this floor. Very badly. The Pyre is destroyed, the train blows up, and we have failed. Damn. Man. Oh, that's fun. That's really neat. That's a cool Pyre. Hear the sad music. How are we doing on time? That's not for you to see how the game is. It's not for you to see how the game is played. Man, I've made every mistake you could possibly have made in that last battle. I don't think we would have won anyway. Reanimate is a nasty piece of work. But it does make me sad. If we go back to the outpost now. Oh, we get a little story here. The Hymnists are reluctant to board the train. The train, not a cage, will learn to get used to it. I'll have a word with them. You better explain yourself, Fel. It's Phoenix. I agree to let you use my Pyre Gel, but this much you'll need to pay me back with interest. Really, of course, the drag would first think of gold. Why deal with the threats of course when you can pad your profits, right? Ooh, Talos is being a bit of a bitch. I love it. Angel, speaking of threats, need I remind you what happened when you were the threat invading us? Oh, snap. Enough, look, we get it, we invaded hell, we came here to atone for what we did. We aren't your enemies anymore. The real enemy's taking over heaven as we speak. If we don't come together, they'll take over hell too. Let heaven enjoy its comeuppance. My portfolio will be happy so long as the Titans get what they deserve. As long as you actually help us, I'll be back in heaven and never have to deal with you again. What a headache. How did Herzal ever mention angels and demons to agree to anything, let alone a covenant? Good question. So, that is Monster Train 2. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more of this game, I'm happy to play it. I clearly need to get better at it, because that was embarrassing how I just got boat raced in that last fight, but who knows. But yeah, let me know what you think. If you want to see more, please let me know in the comments. Other than that, next week will be Knights in Tight Spaces. And then finally, the long-awaited OOTP series will begin on Monday. So, if you just wanted a second episode of OOTP every week, your long national nightmare is almost over. Until next time, my friends, this has been Guardian. Thank you for watching, and I bid you good day.